Hi everybody, Russ on the West Ham Network. Hope you are all safe and well. If you're new, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, give it a subscribe. Oh, international break now, international break. Oh dear, what a shame about yesterday. I just think they ran out of steam, didn't they, the boys, it seemed. With 120 minutes on Thursday and all the hysteria involved around that match, it was hardly surprising, I think, in my opinion. Anyway, I bring you today the 21st of March's edition of Hammers Headlines, where we take the news from around the world that's affected the Hammers and present it back to you in association with KUMB.com. 3 stories, as per usual. The first one involves the mystery around this man and his injury, Jarrod Bowen. Now, it was widely believed that he'll be in contention for maybe the Everton game and the Lyon games after the international break. That's what we were led to believe. However, in his post-match press conference, David Moyes admitted he was unsure about Jarrod Bowen's return date. However, any hopes appear to have been dashed after it was revealed that Bowen has indeed fractured a bone in his foot. That's according to a friend of the channel, The Athletic's Roshane Thomas. Which could keep him out of action for the remainder of the season. The forward had been sidelined since he was injured by a challenge from Andrew Robertson from Liverpool. Missed, obviously, the Sevilla games, and it was hoped he would return for the quarterfinals. But with a fracture taking between 6 to 8 weeks to fully recover, there's a big chance he won't be available for the quarterfinal clash with Lyon, which is obviously a massive blow for the Hammers. And indeed, there's a lot of parallels between this and the Aaron Cresswell injury earlier this season, where originally it was an impact injury, and scans said there was nothing wrong, and then it was revealed later that he'd actually fractured a tailbone or a bone around the back. I'm not a doctor, obviously, and this seems to have similar parallels, unfortunately. But we shall see. You never know. He could have those sort of superhuman strength, bones, and be back in time for Lyon. But it is obviously a blow for everyone. A slightly more positive news with Vladimir SOUFAL, who Moyes at the post-match press conference said was more likely to. He knew more about the injury he had, so the likelihood is he'll return after the international break. He's recovering from obviously a recent operation and should be available for at least the Lyon games, if not maybe the Everton game on the Sunday before. The Czech international has been in rehab since going under the knife last month to recover from a groin injury, and could be back in training by the beginning of April, giving him an outside chance of maybe being available for at least 1 or 2 of the ties against Lyon. Indeed, as exclusively revealed with the West Ham Network, I saw him running around the pitch at the Aston Villa before the Aston Villa game, doing a few laps, and reasonably freely. In all honesty, didn't look like he didn't break down or anything. So fingers crossed that we'll have Vlad back in time for Lyon. And finally, some possible incomings. As reported, featured in a report in the Sun on Sunday. Yesterday, being Sunday, West Ham in talks with Shakhtar Donetsk for 2 of their foreign players, David Neres and Nalisa Traore. Now, obviously, because of the Russian invasion of Ukraine, foreign players contracted to clubs in Ukraine and Russia have been given the freedom to sign for new teams outside the 2 countries as free agents after FIFA invoked temporary employment and registration rules. The emergency rules follow, obviously, the invasion, ensure that all employment contracts of foreign players and foreign coaches with clubs affiliated to the Ukrainian International Association of Football and the Football Union of Russia will be suspended until June the 30th, 2022. So in essence, almost like a loan spell until the end of June. Although obviously the European transfer window, the winter transfer window, closed on the 31st of January, FIFA sanctioned a reopening recently until April the 7th for foreign players in Ukraine and Russia to find new clubs. And it's believed that 2 of the players mentioned here, in terms of David Neres and Nalisa Traore, have had interest and had talks with West Ham. Neres is a Brazilian international winger who's been tracked by Spurs as well, apparently. He actually signed in the January transfer window from Ajax for between 15 and 17 million euro and hasn't made actually an appearance for Shakhtar yet, unfortunately. Obviously, he signed towards the end of the transfer window, and then there was they have a winter break as well, and then the invasion, so meant he didn't actually turn out for the first team just yet. So could be, particularly with Bowen's injury, could be a potential. You could see some potential there playing. He plays on both wings, but mainly on the right wing. He's played most of his games for Ajax. Traore, the Burkina Faso forward, has been in sensational form really this season. He's signed again from Ajax, but the beginning of in the summer. He's recorded in all competitions 9 goals in 14 games this season. So obviously before the invasion curtailed the Ukrainian season. So both could turn up at London Stadium for the last half dozen games or so. Who knows? It's been a funny year for things like that, so keep an eye out on that. And that's it for today's headlines, gentlemen and ladies. Let me just point you to a few things we've got coming up this week. On Wednesday night at 8 p.m, we've got Shaka Hislop on live on the channel, so join us and feel free to ask questions, and it's sort of a live Q&A. And also myself and John Ratomsky for Iron Supporting Food Banks walked 17 miles on Saturday. Still can't believe I did it. Along with David Sullivan Jr. actually. Fair play to him. He joined us for the whole walk as well. And we've raised around £10,000 so far, I think. So that's a hell of a lot of Easter eggs we can give to disadvantaged children of Newham in terms of the food banks, and obviously distributing those in the next few weeks leading up to Easter. If you want to donate anything, please check out the link, ionsfoodbanks.co.uk, hit donate, and give what you can, because it all helps. But anyway, that's from me. Take care, everyone. Stay safe. Wash those hands. Stay well. Stay healthy. And until next time, take care, my friends. See you later. Bye-bye.